Here is the next piece of the puzzle. I need to go to the auto parts store and get a few things. I did get this other side done, but I shouldn't say done. It's not done yet. Let's see. No, I should probably get the light turned on. Hang on a second. We'll get back to that when we get back. I was overly optimistic that that side would go better than the first side, the passenger side. Boy, was I wrong. That was an all-day event. Hit my you-know-what. A little bit sore today, but I was in and out of there I don't know how many times. Let's just move on from that. We'll come back. Alright, 4 party favors, I call them. We'll get back to that here. It's over at AutoZone. They had everything I needed except one clamp. And what's nice about this area when you need auto parts store, and right over there is an AutoZone. Advanced Auto is on the other side of that building. And O'Reilly's is right here. So, yeah, somebody made a comment. I remember who. Somebody made the comment that be careful what the party favors could mean. You know what party favors mean? I'm like, I guess maybe that depends on like maybe the crowd you hang with or what generation you're from. I'm afraid to ask. All right, let's move on, huh? So what all did we end up with? We got a piece of straight pipe, 90-degree elbow pipe. There was a little challenge, another exhaust clamp, and 2 more hangers. Remember, I think in the last video we put the 2 hangers in the recent video. We put the 2 hangers to fix that rear exhaust. So a couple of those clamps go to that, and then other clamps for this. So I'll probably use all this piece and maybe just probably a section of this one. Kind of, if you watch the video of doing the other side exhaust manifold, and oh. had to get some donuts this morning. I'm gonna need a fresh coffee. Yeah, it sounds like that's just what I need is another coffee. So I had to chop this piece off because what happened was the old exhaust manifold, the old stainless steel exhaust manifold, kind of came down at an angle and then back. Well, the new cast iron exhaust manifolds, it dumps it straight down. So what I have to, so I gotta, you know, so that's how I gotta get back with the 90. The other one was follow me, and actually this is the end. Nice snug fit. Okay, I'll go like that, and then oh, that didn't work, and then yeah, something like that, and then wherever it meets the you know, the rest of the pipe, we throw a couple clamps on it, and that part will be all done. Alright, so alright, let's have a little look down here. There's still my light down here from working well after dark last night. Alright, there it is. Hey, the new exhaust manifold, the new embossed copper gasket, just like the other side, all new manifold bolts. I guess the next step is getting the exhaust on it, and of course, but I gotta get the spark plug wires on it too. So this has been due for a fresh new set of spark plug wires. So I do have those up above. I do have the dog box off up there. We got a little bit of rain last night, and not too much. It might actually be dry under here, but a little damp out here. We might let it dry up outside here a little bit and go ahead upstairs there and get the wires all on, and get them all down here where I can get those hooked up. And then we'll proceed to the exhaust. There's what's there's what's left of where I cut off, so we just need to go over and up to the bottom of that new manifold. And anyway, let's get all this together here, and that's it. Let's just get it all together. All right, here's our new set of wires, and I did buy some more wire clips or organizers or whatever you call them things, to keep them all secure. I did take the air cleaner off just because I don't know, maybe out of habit, just while I'm here is to check the filter. I know it was a pretty new one and it's a big old filter. I knew it'd be okay, but let me see. I did use, when I did this, the driver's side or the passenger side here. Where's my I got other lights better, because these were just kind of hanging. You know, I did stick a couple of those new ones on there. The old wire set was such that, if you remember, this had all that pollution stuff on it, and there was pipes and tubes and everywhere here. Couldn't even see this exhaust manifold or this valve cover. There's so many, you know, pipes and tubes up there, and these wires were just kind of fished through here and there and every which way. They were kind of a mess. So I just kind of tidied them up. Some of the original clips, some have survived better than others, and they need a little bit of help. So that's why I went ahead and bought some extras. Once I run the new wires, I'll reposition those in better locations. But I just kind of took up the slack a little bit, and, you know, clipped them down just to keep them up away from you know, the heat, the exhaust manifold and stuff. So that's kind of why that's like that for, you know, for the time being. Yeah, but the other ones, yeah, of course, you've seen down below, they're all unplugged. I pulled them all up here. I go through and take these all off the distributor cap. And it's kind of handy. This is, let me get this light back. They're all numbered too. It tells you there's number 1, number 8, 4, 3, 6, 5, 7, 2. And of course the cylinders are numbered. I believe it's 1, 3, 5, 7 on this side, 2, 4, 6, 8 on this side, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you just, you know, it's pretty easy not to get it mixed up. Now, let me work on this a bit, and see if I can get these organized and clipped. And let's get that part done. All right, the new ones are on. I think that's about as neat and tidy as I can run them and organize them. It's let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8 down here. Run them together, organize them. They'll seem to be out of, you know, as well away from the manifold as possible. And then same on this side. 4, then down to 2 and 2, and they split. And let's go down below there for a minute. Yeah, it's about as good as I'm gonna get it. It's nice to have them kind of somewhat neat, but that gets hard up here when they go to these different staggered locations. So there's a little bit of mix-up, you know, looking up here, but that's the way it is. All right, see what we have here. Huh? All right, that is, yeah, 1, 3, 5, and 7. Get up there, join 2 and 2, and then all together up into 4. That's as good as she's gonna get. Let me get this exhaust. Well, hopefully I didn't get any mixed up. We'll know as soon as I start it up, and if it's running rough and misbehaving, probably means I got a couple mixed up. I think I got them all right though. But I need to hook that exhaust up before we fire it up. And I gotta show you something. There was one of those devices like the Bounder had. See if I can see if it's over here. What did I do with it? What did I do with it? Which manifold's that? Yeah, this is the one I just took off of the driver's side. Man, I wish I could find that part that was on here. Yeah, see how look at the difference in those old manifolds. That's that stainless steel type manifold with all the pollution plumbing on it. So now we just have a plain cast iron one with, yeah, see, this one comes down at an angle, and the cast iron one comes straight down. That's why we have to do that 90-degree angle so I've got to change that angle. But the piece that was on here, yeah, it was leaking pretty bad here. You can see how rusty those studs were. Yeah, taking this off was a breeze. They all just busted, and that's okay, because It's okay. Yeah, come apart easy that way. Let me see. That part. What did I know what I did with it. I think I put it in this box. I could put some souvenirs in this box. Let's see here. Yeah, there it is. Right. I like that. So the exhaust manifold come down. That was on the end of it, and then the tailpipe, or the the pipe. So this was stuck. Wasn't closed. When I took it apart, I took note of the position this thing was in, and it was like, it wasn't fully open. It was slightly, it was slightly, I remember how this was. I first looked at that and I thought, and I worked it and it did move a little bit that way. I'm like, okay, that's up a little bit. But yeah, the linkage or spring, some kind of linkage was on that. It was completely missing. So this was inoperable. Thankfully, it was stuck in a at least partially open position. That that causes some restriction in exhaust flow. It probably wasn't closed that bad. It wasn't. Yeah. I mean, it was a little bit. So anyway, with that gone completely, even with wide open, that just being in there, that does cause some restriction, a minimal amount, but being partially closed, certainly. So with that eliminated, any other souvenirs worth mentioning? Probably not. Alright. Eliminated, along with all that other pollution crap. Oop, did I just say crap? Alright, I need to get caught up here. I've been working for a while, and I have the exhaust all back together. I ended up welding some of it. Actually, that's the preferred thing, is to weld all the components together, and the heck with them clamps, make it all one piece. But there was a little cobbling, I'll call it, of getting that piece down. There was another angle it went that I didn't anticipate, but I got that all together. It took a little while. I'm getting the tire and everything back on it. I did remember to the same thing when I did the opposite side, when I did the passenger side. While the tire was off, it's just easier to get the grease gun and go and grease all the front suspension components, the upper control arm bushings, lower control arm bushings, upper and lower ball joint, all the tie rod ends, and all the steering components. There's a bunch of there's probably, seems like 10 or 12 alone up there, and just the steering components. But so the front suspension's all greased now. You get this wheel back on here. I'm finally putting that tire pressure monitoring system on there. I have that first one on. Hey Bella. I did already put the front passenger side on. I set it as best I could to 65 pounds with it. I must have hit it pretty good, because this is agreeing exactly. So I'll put the one on the front driver here, and then there'll be the outer and inner on the driver, and inner and outer on the passenger. All right, same thing. We put the 65 in this one. Oh, I forgot I have to let it down before I can torque. All right. I just ran them up till they just kind of hit with the my big impact. Guess I'll just go around and give them a... Something like that. Let's just go around this way. I'll do that special top super secret sequence pattern when I get down to business here. I'll let this stuff. I'll do this here in a bit. I'll take care of this and get these all torqued, and then put all the little covers back on it. Okay. But, all right, that's good enough till I get her down, I think. Yeah. All right. I wonder if that began to register yet. I wonder if the little computer thingy pick that up. Let's go see. Let's see if that thing registered yet. We got 65. What? They only read 62. What? I'm not gonna try to split hairs. Who knows? You know what I'll probably do is get them all back, get them all on, and give the thing a little road test run it. Come back, check the tires, or keep an eye on this thing. And, I may see what it does when they kind of get up the highway. Get up when the tires get up to temperature on the highway, and reevaluate whether I'm going to tweak it at all or not. Still got the back ones to do. It was fun. Alright, it's all back together. I just have this one. I will have that and the jack to put away yet. I'm going to fire this thing up. Then it'll better sound better, right? It's been a lot of work. It's been a bit of an expense. But, hopefully the only exhaust noise we hear is what comes out the tailpipes. None of that, all that leaky stuff going on. Well, it sure sounds like a big block, doesn't it? That's definitely still coming out of the back. Let's just hope it's not coming out of the front. Now, y'all remember how noisy this used to be up here, right? And I actually think I have the one pipe. I don't think there's any leaks in the exhaust manifold, or the pipe comes down. There's one that was kind of funky how it joined. I don't know if it's completely silent. It's like I could hear a little bit. Maybe. I might still have a little bit going on. I might have to break the welder back out. We might get some echo off the garage. But this side's been nice and quiet. You can just hear normal engine sounds in there. I don't know. We're gonna call it fixed. One thing was for sure. There's not any rusty, ready to fall apart items in there. Everything's all new and solid. I think it's gonna be all right. It is a dang sight better than what we had going on. That may not be perfect. What do you think? Huh? Go. All right, I'm gonna put a few things away. I'm gonna take a break and something to eat. I'm still gonna work some this evening. The sun's down. Worked well in the last evening getting that together. And it's taking the rest of the day just to wrap up get it back together, wrap up some other things. I might get back on that generator thing a little bit this evening. Yeah, I think it sounds pretty good. How weird is that? It came up to 64, and I haven't done anything. Like I said, get them all on there, let them get settled in, take it for a ride, let them all cool down. I have to figure out what's going on a little bit better. There is dinner. We're having a quick dinner break. Quesadilla. Nice, wonderful, warm quesadilla. I put a little blob of sour cream on it. Might have a little cherry pie for dessert. And now my zero sugar story, lemon lime. That's it. Time to nourish the belly.